Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to night 3 of the 2024 U.S. Open primetime coverage presented by me, Miles David, at Tuned Into Tennis. If you are joining from X/Twitter or YouTube, uh, please feel free to let yourself be known in the comments. I love when you guys engage. We might have some special guests stop into the stream. And all of this is leading into our women's singles second round match featuring the number 3 seed, Coco Gauff, taking on Tatjana Maria from Germany. So here we go. The women are about to walk onto the court and start their warm-ups and get us started for night 3 at the Open. How you guys feeling out there? Let me go ahead and share this on Twitter really quickly so the people know where they can find me. Excuse my shameless plug. They're introducing Tatjana Maria to the court right now. Coco Gauff, defending U.S. Open champion. I'm interested to see, just from an aesthetic point of view, what her outfit looks like tonight when she unveils it and kind of takes off the warm up. If it's going to be an inverse of what she showed in the day session, I'm interested. I don't see anything out of the ordinary yet. I think it might be the same outfit. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Scott. Mr. Scott Cole. Hey, Scott, is that a new profile picture you got? Looks like you're chilling out in a chair on the beach, maybe. That's a good look. That's a good look. Shout out to Blair Henley for doing the MC work on this tournament. She's been working her butt off. What's up, Clinton? Let's go, Coco. You go, Coco. You go. Other matches around the grounds that are currently live and underway. We have Victoria Azarenka taking on Clara Burrell. Clara Burrell defeated Sloane Stevens 2 nights ago in this very stadium, the night session for the U.S. Open. They're just underway, like in the very first game. Azarenka is also in Stadium 17. 13 seed American Emma Navarro is up a set and 4-1 against Arantxa Rus. On court 5, 18 seed Lorenzo Musetti has split sets with Miomir Kecmanovic, is in the third, and he's up a break, trying to consolidate that break. Silver medalist from the Paris Olympics and Wimbledon semifinalist, 24th seed Donna Vekic, is underway in her match. She's at 3-all in the first set against Greet Menin. And 3-time Grand Slam finalist, former world number 2, I believe, Casper Ruud, who's the 8th seed this year, is taking on Gael Monfils on grandstand as he is up 5-4 with the break, serving for the first set. And Coco and her opponent, Tatjana Maria, are at the net taking some pictures. Oh, the guy at the net that was helping with the ball toss had a Xavier tennis shirt on. Oh, I think tonight is HBCU night at the Open. So that would explain the Xavier shirt. Xavier is a historically black college and university in New Orleans that produces a healthy and large percentage of black doctors and pharmacists in the world. So yeah, shout out to them. Scott said he was getting tired of the formal dinner picture. But yeah, Scott, that's a cool picture. It's giving very like summer. Let's see what other pictures I can find of Miss Coco Gauff. They are starting soon, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, Thriller from Manila. How are you? Thanks for popping by on the stream. Thrilla, where are you chatting in from? Let me know. I know your username is Thrilla from Manila, but where exactly is Manila? Let me know. I'd love to know. the tennis commentators that I'm hearing faintly in the back of my earbuds are a pretty good combo, actually. Lindsay Davenport and oh, his name is on the tip of my tongue. Tip of my tongue. He was on the USA networks for the longest time. He always defends Venus Williams when people try to leave her out of the conversation. Clinton, I think you know who I'm talking about. Dang, he's done a lot of broadcasting with Trace Austin. I think he was a broadcaster in the iconic Serena Williams versus Capriati. That ball was so in match. Boom. Thank you, Scott. Ted Robinson. Ted Robinson. It's Ted Robinson and Lindsay Davenport on the call. I'm watching on ESPN3. Yeah. And the players are officially warming up. So in a few minutes, we'll be at first ball. I don't see too much different about Coco's night kit. The blue may be a little darker. That's all I can gather. She still has on like this 3/4 zip sleeve, so I can't tell what the top of the dress looks like in totality yet, but we'll see. Yeah, Ted is good. Ted is good people. I can listen to a Ted Robinson commentate match commentary more often than not. He's one of the he and Tracy Austin are one of the two like OG tennis commentators that I enjoy still. And there's not many that I could say that about. But yeah, those two, they do their work. They do their research, I have to say, and I feel comfortable listening to them on a tennis call because it's usually informative, entertaining, and fun. So for that, they get flowers from me. I posted a reel on Instagram and Twitter, by the way. I'm gonna do a small self pub. So in case I have some people on the stream that aren't aware of what I do on other platforms, I do make tennis content. I actually just made a reel about Coco Gauff herself. I made a couple of reels so far this US Open fortnight. One about Felix Auger-Aliassime here and Stefanos Tsitsipas, Coco Gauff, Matteo Berrettini, and Taylor Fritz, which is a match that's going to be coming up later tonight on Louis Armstrong. And also, I made a reel about Miss Danielle Collins, who unfortunately was upset in the first round, but she played her last US Open. So I gave her a shout out. Also, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please feel free to do that. And also make sure on your favorite podcast app or player that you have added Tuned Into Tennis so that you don't miss when I do new uploads onto the podcast feed. So all of those things are important and free if you are wanting to support Tuned Into Tennis. So there's that. Derek Edwardson said the stadium looks very empty. You know, we're going to wrap that up or tap that down to 7 p.m. New York traffic, or people just kind of assuming that Coco Gauff should be able to work her way through this match, which I feel like there could be a healthy dose of both on that one because, you know, Coco is the favorite in this matchup. They are about to take on first ball, Tatjana Maria to serve. One more quick little plug before we really get into the teeth of this match. If you haven't, and you're watching me for the first time, make sure you go to your Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Google or iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts, and download Tuned Into Tennis. There's 3 episodes I think you'd like to listen to, all regarding this year's US Open, and there's more on the way. Trust me when I tell you. All right, let's switch over to the score for this match, the live score ticker, and let's get this bad boy started. Coco leads the head-to-head in this matchup. One love, as you can see there at the bottom of the screen. She is the odds maker favorite to win this match. Let me see where they actually last played. Let me double check that. They have last played at dun, 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 dun. Oh, they played in Auckland last year, 2023, beginning of that season, and Coco won 6-4, 6-1. She also has 3 break points. Let me fix this score so you guys can see it. Sorry. I think that might be better. Let's see. Yeah, is that better? Yep. She has 2 break points here to open this matchup with a break and start off with a lot of momentum. Yeah, Scott says the stadium always empty at the start of the night, unless it's like, you know, oh, actually, her 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 evening kit, her night kit actually looks pretty cool. It's a darker blue instead of the light blue that she showcased the other day in her opening round match. And this is like a darker, closer to navy or like deep teal, turquoise maybe. And with the neon yellow highlight. So I like it. I like both of them. Good job, New Balance. I hope New Balance keeps Coco for as long as they can, because she clearly is making them money and she's putting them on the map as uh, a leading athletic apparel company, specifically in the world of tennis, which I cannot say that Nike is at the very top at the moment. They haven't been for quite a while. They've been very hit or miss, more misses than his. So Derek X, how is Kyrgios wearing a hoodie when it's 9 degrees out? You know, he has a, like, if you look through pictures of his career, he doesn't really like too much skin out. Maybe that's just like a, you know, a personal preference for him. Even when he's wearing a tank top, he has a shirt underneath. Like, he often wears like the long compression sleeves. Yeah, maybe he just isn't like a skin out kind of guy, which is a little strange considering that he has a whole sleeve and a like top of the back, bottom of the back tattoo. So you would think he'd be trying to show that off. But hey, Kyrgios is his own person, an enigma, all his own. So I guess I don't try to spend too much time in that man's brain, assuming what he tries to do. Da, 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 da. Coco Gauff was able to. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, wrong tab. Coco was able to break, by the way, in that opening game. So she is out on the court cooking with grease, like I like to call it. Clinton, by the way, do you have to have a early night tonight? If not, feel free to come up on to the stream and chit chat. I'd love to have you. There we go. I can always depend on Christian's court to showcase what I want to see. Always. This is a nice screen grab of uh, Coco's night kit, a darker blue, some neon yellow accentuations, and she's off to the races in this match with the opening break. So let's switch back over to that stream, or excuse me, tab, so you guys can see that. Prince 3J, thanks for that information. He said, Kyrgios has discussed it before. He used to harm himself via cutting and covers it up. Okay. Clinton also said, I think Nick is still self-conscious about his body after growing up rather husky. I can understand that. I wish Kyrgios would. I mean, I feel like a broken record at this point. It'd be nice if Kyrgios was actually able to, like, I don't know, just seemingly care more about tennis. That would just be so lovely. Rough first service game here for Coco. She's battling 3 break points to give the break right back to Tatjana Maria. And I think it's a matter, hopefully, I don't put my foot in my mouth here, but I think it might be a matter of just adjusting to Tatjana Maria's variation of aggression on the court. Like, not too many players play like Tatjana Maria with that basically always going under the ball, slicing backhand. And Coco has been shown to have some liabilities on her serve, especially if the opponent is peppering her forehand right after getting that serve back in play. So there's that. Derek Edwardson, did Nick tell you that? Point me to the proof that Nick said he's going to take tennis seriously next year. And then also, I want to see what that looks like for Nick. Because, I mean, he's not even 30 years old. Yeah, I think he's, 27, 28? If he really wanted to, he really could dig in, get his body healthy as much as it can at this point. Seems like he's been through a lot in as far as injuries and, unfortunately, self-harm as well. So if he wanted to, he really could make another valiant effort at the top. And it's crazy because Nick still has what a lot of people would naturally want on a tennis court, even when he barely tries to put effort behind it. Like, he has feel and power and precision on his serve just by kind of naturally going out there playing for shits and giggles sometimes. So imagine if he actually dialed in and allowed himself to focus, Last thing I'll say about Kyrgios, so we get off that topic, he's been very active on social in, I guess, staunch opposition about what the ATP and the International Tennis Integrity Unit did as far as Yannick Sinner and him testing positive. I wouldn't be shocked if Nick Kyrgios went through the proper channels to get what is it called? A therapeutic use exemption. Therapeutic use exemption to use some kind of ADHD or ADD kind of medicine, because I feel like he has that, and that's why tennis is not always fun for him, because to get the best results at this level, it requires an intense amount of focus, point in, point out, and I just don't think that is Nick Kyrgios' strong suit at all, like nowhere close. And it just might be an imbalance that he has that would be helped by some legitimately prescribed medicine. Maybe you should look into that, and we might be seeing a better tennis player. I don't know, but more power to him. So Coco did get broken right back, by the way. And Tatjana Maria was able to hold, so she's now up 2-1. A little bit of a scratchy start in this match. Not too much rhythm on either side of the net. Hopefully that changes sooner rather than later. Maybe they're waiting for the crowd to get in. Scott said, I thought Brad Gilbert would be gone from the camp by now. I think Brad Gilbert is on borrowed time. If he starts the new season out with Coco, I'd be a little bit more surprised. I don't think she would do like a drastic coaching or camp change right before a Grand Slam, let alone a Grand Slam that she's the defending champ of. But it doesn't seem like Brad Gilbert and friends are getting the best out of Coco right now. But then it's at the same time, like, tennis is so unique in how its coaching dynamic is. Like, Coco is the captain of the ship. So if she feels like she's on a good trajectory with Brad Gilbert, he likely isn't going anywhere unless he wants to find something else to do with his time. I don't know. But then I also don't really understand the whole, like, Brad Gilbert isn't her main coach thing. What is he there for? Like, what is he? Is he there to just hold up the sign that says "Win ugly"? Like, She could read the book. I don't know. I don't know. And he got a lot of attention last year around this time for being in her coaching box. And I just don't think the amount of attention he got measured up to what he was actively doing as a member of her camp. I think a lot of that was to pair Reba's credit, and he quickly moved on, or there was a shift or something happened in that space where Pear Reba wasn't in the Coco Gauff camp anymore. I'm not sure, but if you're asking me, all due respect to Brad Gilbert's accomplishments as a coach, there comes a time when coaches need to retire too, and I don't think Brad Gilbert is far from that moment. The game has moved on. I'm not saying his value is like at the bottom of the ground, but I just don't see how it's helping Coco. And unfortunately, if you're not helping, you basically might be hurting. So, oh well. Hopefully, Coco can steady the ship here. She's at 15 all on her serve, 1-2. She opens up that game with a double fault, by the way, so it's a little choppy first start. She's trying to go to the towel here and kind of find herself in the corner. Yeah, Clinton, she does look like she's trying to find her energy. Yeah, and that's not a good mix to have somebody that loves to slice and dice and your energy isn't up there, because you're gonna have to move your feet and really produce the pace on the court. And Tatjana Maria isn't really gonna give you a whole bunch of that. But she's fighting in this game. She's at 30 all. She's fighting. That's what she's always gonna do. Is that better? No, that's worse. Oh, I forgot my uh ticker at the bottom there. She has a game point to level at 2 all. Let's see if she can close it out. I wish my stream was a little bit quicker, because I feel like my score is too quick for my liking. Let's see if I can fix that. Dun. Oh, that's not a fun score. Sorry. Is the US Open a better website for keeping score? Let's see. Derek, I'm going to get to that comment in just a second. Don't you worry. You know what? I think this might be better. There we go. How about them apples? That's better. Anyway. Derek, I feel like I asked you this, but are you on Twitter? You have to be on Twitter to know about Ben Rothenberg and the whole gun GoFundMe legal situation. I just can't match your YouTube name with a Twitter name in my mind. Feel free to DM me or message me so I can connect the dots. But yeah, he basically raised over $20,000 in a matter of hours. I mean, he has a big following just on the X platform. Yeah, I mean X, formerly known as Twitter. Excuse me. Um, I hate calling it X. But yeah, Ben Rothenberg kind of found himself in a sticky situation with reporting on Zverev's initial domestic uh domestic abuse allegations back in 2020, and it looked like he was going to be, I guess, covered, for lack of a better term, in the whole legal system by the outlet that of which he reported that original story with, and it was called. I think he reported it and released the findings and the conversation he had with um, Zverev's, or one of Zverev's ex-girlfriend, with the Racket magazine, which is a print and digital tennis media source. But the Racket, like that source, has been going through some changes, to say the least, and they kind of left him out there to kind of fend for his legal charges all by himself, because Zverev ended up suing in German court the Racket and Ben Rothenberg, and I guess because the Racket is in between owners' hands, and there was some kind of dropping of the ball as to who was named officially on the lawsuit. It ended up being just Ben Rothenberg, which means he is now responsible for like legal fees, lawyer fees, all that stuff. So yeah, he's having to crowdfund to get himself out of that pickle. Derek said, I don't like Ben Rothenberg or Zverev, so I don't care who wins the lawsuit. Yeah, I mean, I never cheer for Zverev, and then Ben Rothenberg. Um, I can't sit here and say that like he's my all-time favorite tennis journalist, but he's definitely not my all-time least favorite. You know, there's a style in which he does his tennis journalism, which I can appreciate. It's just not always my favorite. But you know, you can't please everybody. I'm sure there is a Ben Rothenberg fan club just itching and ready to support him through this right now. So can't say I'm in it, but more power to him. Coco was able to hold, by the way, in that scratchy uh, fourth game of the match. Now it's 2-all. Looks like she's finding better range on her forehand here in this point that I'm watching to close out that game. And she did get a long forehand slice error from Tatjana Maria. So we are officially in this match. Where's my, oh, there it is. It's always funny when I hear Lindsay Davenport commentate, because it's so easy to like get into her time as a professional, because she really was, like, she is a Hall of Famer. She's a legend in women's tennis, but she always finds a way to like duck and dive the questions about her own career. It's so funny. She's super modest. Is my internet struggling? Can you guys hear me? Am I choppy at all? All clear. I like to hear it, Clinton. Thanks. I can hear fine. Thanks, Derek. I think the winner of this match takes on, we know who it is. I believe it is Marta Kostyuk. Let me double check at the draw to make sure I haven't put my foot in my mouth. But I believe Kostyuk won earlier today. And when I first looked at the draw, I saw that they were on a course, Kostyuk and Coco, to meet. Wait, no, I take that back. I actually think whoever Coco, if Coco wins this match, she takes on the winner of Svitolina and Annalena Kalinina, two Ukrainians that haven't hit the court yet, I don't believe. Did Kostyuk already win her? Yeah, Alina Svitolina and Kalinina are 2 minutes into their match now. I saw Emma Navarro win, or was winning very easily. Yeah, she won 6-1, 6-1 in an hour and 5 minutes. So that is who Coco potentially has looming in the fourth round. And the winner of Tatjana and Coco takes on the winner of Svitolina and Kalinina. Melissa, hey, I'm glad you're in the chat, Melissa. Melissa said these slices are annoying. Coco looks annoyed AF. Yeah. I don't think I'd have Tatjana Maria high up on my list of people to play. But you know what? This kind of sort of reminds me of Coco's also stressful US Open match last year against another German that loves the slice, Laura Siegemund. She was able to get through that match, and it probably kind of propelled her on because she was fighting so much and kind of fighting herself. Hopefully this match isn't as dramatic, Lord God. But Laura Siegemund and Tatjana Maria share some similar qualities in that way. Definitely not afraid to slice on the backhand or the forehand. Melissa, are you calling Laura Siegemund a fraud? Hopefully not me. Yeah, Scott, I think the YouTube chat is always better for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see. This is the interesting comment here. I wouldn't have said this before the US Open started, but Madison Keys might have a shot against Sabalenka if they both win their next matches. I don't know. Like, I know Madison Keys won today, but she played an opponent who had, like, this is so foreign for her. She played Maya Joint and she bageled her in the second set, which, I mean, respectfully, she should have. I don't think, unless she puts in another stellar performance, Madison Keys does in her third round. Let me see who her third round opponent is. I don't know. I'm just not, I guess I'm the wrong person to have this conversation with at the moment. I'm just not really high on Madison Keys in general. Like, should she be in the third round or fourth round of slams? Yeah, totally. But she's been doing that basically all of her career. Like, since 2015, Madison Keys has been in Grand Slam semis. So her progressing through to the early stages doesn't really wake me up or make me eyes wide open. But she does take on Elisa Mertens next. And on paper, I guess she's the favorite in that match because she has a lot more firepower. And then if Keys wins and Sabalenka wins, they would face off in the fourth round. And that'd be a rematch of the epic semifinal from last year. But guess who lost that match after serving for it twice? Madison Keys. So yeah, like Derek says, Keys is not a big time player. There's been so many quarters and semis that she either did not show up for or showed up, got close, and couldn't close. So I just, until I see different, that's what I have to go off of with Madison Keys, unfortunately. Clinton, you said the U.S. Open always plays interesting music on the changeovers. What were they last playing? I peeped into Ben Shelton's match earlier, and he looked great closing out that match, by the way. But I think they were just playing some Michael Jackson when he was on his changeover. Nothing crazy. Keys never being top 5 in her career is a big disappointment. Is that so? Has she never ever been top 5? What is her career high? Let me see. She's 14 in the world now. Yeah, her career high is 7. 7. Okay. Coco Gauff looks like she's getting some confidence in these rallies, by the way. They're at 3 games all. Hey, Clinton, this is a very pro Beyonce stream, so I don't mind a little upgrade you. Yep, Coco hitting these lines. You know, it'd be so much better if I could like show the match in the same box I have the score, but you know, YouTube would get me completely out of here if I did that, but whatever. Think of how different things could have been if Keys hadn't pooped her pants in the 2017 US Open final. I mean, what would be different? It would just be Keys would be the former US Open champion and Sloane would be the finalist. I don't see much. I can't, because there's so much data, if you will, post that US Open for both of those players. Their careers have just kind of happened afterwards. Like they've had their hot moments and they've definitely had their cold moments. I don't see how too much would have changed if Madison Keys lifts that trophy, honestly. Like I can't imagine she goes on to like this incredible Grand Slam win streak or picks up more. I think she would still be a pretty hot and cold player that deals with injuries. I don't know. That's how I feel. And it's hard for me not to feel that way because that's what's happened after that final. We do love a pro Beyonce stream, Aaron. Hey, Aaron, I think this is your first time stopping in. Thanks for engaging in the chat. I appreciate it. We do indeed love a pro Beyonce stream. Coco has 2 break points again here to take control of this first set again. The stream is showing Tatjana Maria's daughter, which is so cool. She's like a little, like she's not grown, obviously, but she like looks like a little grown woman up there because there's not that many people around her. She doesn't really need supervision or that much of it, I guess, to watch her mom's matches. And I think that's because she travels almost year round with her mom. And I think her mom has more than one kid. So yeah, they're a traveling band of tennis professionals and tennis professional children. And Coco breaks. All right now. Oh, Lindsay Davenport is going back to the match she called a couple nights ago with Sloane Stevens and Clara Burrell. She said it really should be Sloane Stevens out there against Azarenka, not Clara Burrell. I mean, the thing about tennis is it's not over until it literally is over. And I don't know if Sloane Stevens ever got that message loud and clear. She didn't get it last night. But 6-love, 4-1 up, and you lose 7-5 in the third, I think it was. Tough for Sloane. I think Sloane released some statement on Twitter, but she always does that. All right, Gauff got that break. She leads 4-3. Let's surf the web a little bit if we can for some other interesting pictures and scores. Let's see. I don't know what this means. Oh, wow. Another genius Blue Owl move by putting a sponsorship patch on Tatjana Maria before her match on Ashe against Coco Gauff. I cannot believe my eyes. I don't know anything about Blue Owl. If anybody knows anything about Blue Owl, please feel free to let me know. I'm not in the know, but help me get there. Let's go to the US Open 2024 hashtag. That's always fun. Speaking of that hashtag, a lot of that hashtag got some movement based off of Naomi Osaka's outfit yesterday, which I'm showing right here. Oh wait, Twitter is so petty for being in the corner like who to follow? Corday, of course. But yeah, I don't know if I've talked about did I talk about it on the stream? I don't remember. The US Open days, Grand Slam days in general just all blend together. But yeah, I was impressed by Osaka's match. The kit is taking some time for me to get prepared visually. Like my eyes are still adjusting, but I do appreciate a fashion moment that is kind of avant-garde and not on the nose of just like regular workout tennis apparel. Wait, Melissa. Sloan didn't actually put out a retirement statement, did she? Because I kind of like halfway read it and I think I would have stopped more if it was an actual, hey, I'm done. I don't know. All right, what else is going on in this US Open 2024 hashtag? It's a whole bunch of Coco. I'm not mad at it. Who's this? Anybody know who Jana Craig is? Is that like an actress, singer, athlete that I should know about? Vegas posted, thank you, Avenus, for letting me come support Coco. Whatever that means. Anybody know who this username is? Jana Craig. Looks like she's Instagram. Oh, Janae. Sorry. Is it Janae? Janae Craig. She's on Love Island. Oh, I feel like a grandpa. I know, like I think I know of Love Island, but I don't watch that. Just like I know about what's that show on Netflix where they talk to each other through a damn wall and try to find love. Love is Blind. I know about the concept of that, but I don't watch it. But yeah, Janae said, thank you, Venus, for letting me come support my queen, Coco Gauff. Love that. Love that she's getting, I guess, shout outs from trending people in the media. That's always cool. This whoever this is, let me click on their profile. I don't know. I guess they're like a real person. This person, I don't follow them. I don't think they said someone needs to tell Coco Gauff to stop dragging slicing with Maria Tatjana. It's actually Tatjana Maria, and just play her normal game. Maria will eat her raw with the slices. Okay. Where is Amanda? Let me send this stream to her. Coco's trying to. Oh, she's trying to fend off a break point now. Come on, Coco. Come on, Coco. And the economy. Are those Amanda's hashtags, or like those are her frequently used terms? Merchant and economy in this economy. Yeah, that sounds like her. That's hilarious. Oh, I did already send her the stream. I guess she's busy. some people on the, I can't even give them a real actual thought in my head. Yeah, Coco is fighting herself and a really game Tatiana Maria right here. But she's she's fighting off the break points. I guess wish that she didn't have to fight off so many. Like they're just a natural, they're a natural part of the game. But she's doing, you know what Coco's doing, that thing that Serena and Venus used to do? Like they would like hold their hand up to their box, like, oh, what's going on? Coco does that. I wish he did what they also used to do. I don't know if Clinton can see this, but they used to like take their hand and like pat it down and be like, calm down, calm down. Coco should do that sometimes. Scott. Clinton, let's talk about it. Let's start there. Let's start there. Y'all, I have a feeling y'all secretly love Scary T. Y'all secretly enjoy the mess. I'm not gonna tell her y'all think that though. I'm not gonna tell her. Come on, Coco, get out of this game. Consolidate that break, mama. Come on. And she does. She does. She does. She does. I aspire to be as calm as Coco's mom has become in the box. Because if you remember back in the day, let me see if I can find this on Twitter. When Coco first came on the scene, Candy Gauff was up for every point. And now, I mean, she still does it sometimes if it's a big moment, but for the most part, she has developed a more Oracene Price style towards things. Speaking of Candy Gauff, look at this here picture of our defending U.S. Open champion. Come on. This is the stuff you put oh wait, there it goes. This is the stuff you put in Elle magazine. It's coming up. Come on, work for me. There we go. Look at that picture. Beautiful. Parent and child. Very successful child. Very good parents. Look at that. That is beautiful. What is the score in the Musetti match? Let me zoom over that. Oh, Azarenka's up 6-1. She won the first set 6-1. Rude is quickly up 2-0 over Monfils. Musetti. Wait, pause. I mean, he's down a break in this fourth set, Scott, but he is up 2-1. So, he keeps dropping serve to Czech's note Kesmanovic. Scott, I don't know how long you've been like aware of Kesmanovic, but if you go back and watch 2022 Indian Wells in Miami, I want to say Kesmanovic got to the fourth round and quarterfinal, or quarterfinal and fourth round of both of those tournaments. And I believe in Miami, he played Alcaraz. He has a certain level. Maybe that level was short lived, but I thought he would be going on to like, bigger success, because Kesmanovic can play. It's just not consistent. And I don't think he's always in the best of shape to really get the most out of his game. But somewhere in that, Kesmanovic does have the game for sure. All right, let me check back into Coco. We're up 5-3, comfortable, even though this set has been anything but comfortable, really. Let's see. Oh, speaking of Sloane Stevens earlier, she's on court with Ashlyn Kruger, and they're in a third set against Marie Buskova and Cerebes Tormo. But that pair is serving for the third set at 5-4. And Coco Gauff is going to now be serving for the first set at 5-4. Look at that. How that all worked. Come on, Coco. She's giving you the opportunity to close it out. Let's do it right here. Do it right here. Do it right here. Do it right here. One more sit down, and then she's gonna be up to serve out the match. Come on, Coco. I keep using my water bottle. Derek, I saw that too. Wait, Derek, you still haven't told me what your X is, by the way, if you're on X, because I feel like you have to be on X to like always be in these chats. I did see that Marin Cilic won a challenger today. Let's see if I can find some footage of that. I mean, I have to be honest, when I saw that, I was like, Marin, what are you doing? You know, okay, let's walk through my analogy of this. When you kind of like go through the things that you need to go through to be an elite talent on the tennis tour, right? There's a lot. It's essentially climbing a really, really tall mountain to get to the point where you are a Grand Slam champion, like Marin Cilic is. And he's been to multiple Grand Slam finals. He's been like a stalwart in the top 10. A lot of players are, you know, they respect him. I just can't imagine after multiple injuries wanting to climb that mountain again. I do on a certain level respect it, because I would imagine it takes some amount of being humble and doing the work again. But I don't know, man. I just can't imagine myself being a very recognizable figure on the ATP tour that every one of the big three on your good day like feared, and to go down to play a challenger at this age, yeah, I couldn't be me. But hey, more power to him. Let's see if it makes sense in about 6 months to a year. I think we have a guest that said they would be here at the top of the hour. Is our guest backstage ready to be on stage? Give me a thumbs up. All right. Derek said he needs money. Hey. What's up, my guy? Hey, Clinton.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you like a Verizon commercial.
Can you hear me now?
How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Trying to enjoy some tennis for the first time all day.
Mm-hmm. With Leon in the box. The TV just panned to Leon in Coco's box.
Oh,
his name is just Leon, right? I think that's just his name. It's just Leon. Okay. I think his Instagram tag is like, it's just Leon.
His I used to go to elementary school with his daughter.
Cynthia Bailey's? Noelle, yeah, Cynthia Bailey's daughter. Okay, cool. Look at you. Is she still a part of the Liga Bigger ticket community?
Oh, I think I remember seeing that. I don't know. I haven't spoken to her since I was like 8.
Oh, okay. A lot can happen since 8.
Clearly.
Come on, Coco. Coco, break points again. She's doing this Venus Williams like crumbling thing into her serve, and it's frustrating. Just a crumbling, just a crumble. 6 doubles already.
Okay.
Do you have your stream up, Clinton? Well, you were watching the match earlier, right?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. I caved and decided to get YouTube TV.
I know that's right. But wait, I thought you already had ESPN Plus.
Exactly. It's not showing on ESPN Plus. It's on ESPN 3.
Oh, that's so stupid. That is so stupid. ESPN, and actually, you know who's at the core of all this? Disney. Disney, you will pay. You guys make millions of dollars probably a day, and you guys are trying to get me to get 2 subscriptions to watch the same event. Like, come on.
Right. So now I currently have 3 subscriptions just for the sport of tennis.
Is it Tennis Channel Plus, ESPN Plus, and YouTube TV?
But now, I don't actually know. There is still a point to YouTube TV or to Tennis Channel Plus, because
YouTube TV does give you access to Tennis Channel. You just have to pay an extra fee for a different sports package within YouTube TV.
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like you
what
would do, for like a traditional cable package, which makes this whole operation of cable cutting stupid.
yeah. At this point, I might as well pay for cable because
Regular or Xfinity. Come on, Coco. Come on, Coco. I think my stream is behind, and this score on the U.S. Open website is insanely accurate because they must be given, like, there must be somebody on the grounds watching the points and updating the match.
Mm.
Oh, we have Felix's unserious error in the chat. Hi, hey, Scary T. Scary T. One of these days, you're gonna have to come on the stream, show the people your face, and let them know that you're actually serious and not always unserious. She says hi, Clinton. Come on, Coco. You fought back to get this set point, and we're back at deuce.
Tisk tisk. Okay, so she kind of has her own little thing. When she's frustrated, she'll like grab the ball, all goofy.
Yeah, I just hate that the second serve is goofy too. Like,
yeah,
you can't be goofy all over. Just like, I don't know how tall is Coco. She has to be like 5'11".
5'10".
There's enough height to stand.
Right.
There's enough height to stand up on, not stand up, but like keep straight on that serve. I don't understand why she doesn't do it. That's another double. Ooh, Lordy mercy.
Easy, Miles, easy.
Ugh.
I'd rather her get this all out in the second round.
Yeah, but why are we not? What happens in practice? Are we not getting double faults? Are we double faulting in practice?
Well,
like,
Brad
what?
Gilbert is at her practices, so that's
as Amanda
would say. Let's start there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Melissa is bringing up a good point. Luckily, sorry, that was Derek. Luckily, she's only Svitolina. Can't see it happening. What's his name? I keep forgetting this man's name. I asked about his name earlier.
Oh, Ted Robinson.
Ted Robinson is saying that, I mean, despite the clear, obvious serve inequities and unstableness, she is still having set points in this match or in this set. Like,
yeah, but then again, she's playing Tatjana Maria, who's not.
Yeah, like from the ground, she should be bossing the points, and she is for the most part. Besides, like, you know, a funky slice that she doesn't really get under, but the serve, come on, Coco.
Yeah.
What was that? Why'd they say stop?
What happened? Oh, one of the balls was out. Like what happened against Francis.
What is going on in North America when it comes to tennis and technology? What is going on? And it happened on set point too. The chair umpire looks like she literally probably is on the phone with the supervisor. Like, can I call the manager, please?
See, so they're replaying it because they had technical difficulties.
Even though Coco's shot really wasn't out?
Right, so they couldn't track each ball in that rally. See, that's tricky, because if you have somebody watching, I don't know. So the chair umpire can't make calls anymore. They can only tell the score and make sure the rules are being followed.
They can make actual calls apparently using their phone.
Oh, well.
But they can't make line calls apparently.
Oh, this is getting murky. I guess you live by the sword, you die by the sword, but they're gonna have to figure that out.
Is this a better place to do scores? It sounds like we were able to get out of that first set because I hear the crowd going crazy in my ear. So you know what? Despite me not seeing that set point, I shall take it.
It was an unforced
because it is better. It is better than going to Maria. Please, Zetas Lapidus.
Who else played today?
Tiafo played. He looked good until his opponent retired.
Oh, okay.
Ben Shelton played. He looked really, really good against RBA. Rublev played like a fool and went 5 sets for no reason.
So it's a Wednesday? Okay.
Yeah, Sabalenka won in straight sets against Bronzetti. Madison Keys won in straight sets against a young girl.
I did see Grigor. I did see him.
Grigor won in straight sets with a tie break at the end. Yeah. Come on. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to multitask and find a score that's more in line with my stream because I hate knowing the score before I see the point. Ha 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 ha. Sorry. You know what? F it. I'm just go with what I know.
So wait, why were you mentioning Svitolina? Is that who she plays next round?
Svitolina is taking on Annalena Kalina right now. She's up 4-1. And the winner of that match takes on the winner of this Coco match.
So a rematch of the Auckland final?
Mm-hmm. You'd be correct, Mr. Clinton.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard that much noise about Svitolina this season.
I mean, she lost a set earlier in the tournament to Maria Carla, who I've never seen play from Argentina. And I also saw I took a quick glance at a article that said she's contemplating how much she wants to play next season. So that sounds to me like she might be going to the retirement.
Retirement watch. Yeah.
I mean, she has a toddler now, and that's a different kettle of fish besides like a newborn baby, you know? So
speaking of which, there's Tatjana's other child.
She does have multiple. She does have multiple.
Well, yeah, honestly.
Derek is saying something looks wrong with Azarenka. Go ahead, Cycling.
Oh, I was going to say, hopefully Svitolina takes Monfils with her into the sunset of their career.
Maybe they are waiting on that. Like they're waiting on like a healthy time to kind of close it out.
I think this is good, but I mean, in terms of Derek's comment, I mean, Victoria, she also needs
like something is wrong with her eyes. Yeah, she can hang it up too. And her ranking is actually still good enough to be seated at most of the slams and tournaments she plays at. But like, I don't know. I think there's something to be said for like I was saying earlier with Marin Cilic. Like once you gotten to the pinnacle, playing around in the puddles, like what does that accomplish? I know you love the sport. But like I don't know. It essentially would be like going from CEO, boss, and CEO to like maintenance man. Like, do you really want to do that? Unless you absolutely have to. Like, it is a requirement to pay your bills. But if you allow yourself to do that, would be a reflection of how like poor your like money management was if you've been to the heights of Marin Cilic and Victoria Azarenka and then have to come back and play challengers? Like, I don't know.
Well,
that's what I gather. But you know who else is doing that too? Kei Nishikori. And they said for the longest time, Kei Nishikori was making bank just off the court.
Right, with Uniqlo.
He never even won a major tournament. So he's now back literally playing challengers. And it's like, where'd the money go?
Well, we know what happened with Del Potro.
Oh, yeah. They say his own daddy scammed him out of money, didn't he?
Yeah, had a Marvin Gaye situation.
Tough tit. Finding a way, our defending champ battles through to the first set to take the first set from Maria. Come on, Coco, get this break to start the set. Oh, never mind. Tatjana Maria hit a good serve. Whatever. I'm actually looking forward to. I probably won't watch on the live stream because it's so much better to kind of like watch tennis on the couch, especially men's tennis when it's best of 5. But I am kind of looking forward to Taylor Fritz and Matteo Berrettini later on. That's after Azarenka and Burrell on Armstrong. So if I was on rounds, I'd make sure I was seated for that. I really would.
Yeah, 2 really good forehands.
Really good forehand. Backhands, I mean, Fritz has a better backhand and 2 good serves too. And both of them are signed to Boss. Right. Derek, I think Berrettini wins tonight, and that's who I want to win as well, Derek. So we're on the same page there, buddy. Coco, why are we not putting away these? Oh, okay, that floated out. But I hate when an overhead comes back. I'd be mad. Like literally when it's my overhead and other players' overhead. Like, go, no. The point needs to be over with. What are you doing?
Yeah. And Q Djokovic, yep, because he is known for that.
Scary T is so damn messy. She said, Miles, there's a level of enthusiasm you have for this match that you did not have for last night's primetime viewing.
Oh, Jessica Pegula.
I mean, it was Pegula versus Shelby Rogers. Come on now. Come on.
Long back Rogers.
Eek. I hope Longback has a long post, like a long second career doing whatever she wants to do post tennis. She did do some. I mean, who isn't doing commentating on Tennis Channel these days? But she did do some on T2 a couple of weeks back. I think was it her that happened to be on the stage when Yvonne Orji was on there? I think it was Shelby Rogers and Yvonne Orji.
That is a very interesting.
Isn't that a combination?
Combination to think about.
Orji, it was Wednesday. No, it wasn't. It wasn't when Monroe being on the call. Nick Monroe was. Yvonne Orji even got to the Tennis Channel studios, but like, yeah, it was definitely interesting to hear.
I'm sure Shelby had to Google who the hell she was right before.
I think they had some conversations about the show. I mean, who hasn't watched Insecure or at least knows about it? No?
I mean, on Shelby's side of the internet and her side of MAGA, I don't think. Oh, I mean, on her side of America. I'm not doing this again. Who knows?
Ooh, Zetas Lapidus. Oh, who's this? She's cute. Sorry, I'm using the US Open 2024 hashtag. I love when I guess I'm biased. I am Vince. I enjoy that. And I enjoy seeing Black people enjoy themselves. Black. It's like, yep, we're here. And what?
Like when Gladys Knight, aka Dionne Warwick, was at the US Open in 2022.
Oh, you know what? Wait, who did? Was it Mary Carrillo that said that, and then Shanda Rubin had to be like, that's
Yeah,
not Gladys Knight.
because at first she agreed. She was like Gladys Knight, and she was like, "Wait, did we say Gladys Knight? That's Dionne Warwick. Dionne Warwick. Yeah,
I remember the Black Coalition of tennis of Twitter in general was like, Shonda,
that's
you
not."
know who that is. Correct her.
I don't think she was looking at the screen, and so I think she assumed Mary Carrillo's old ass.
Oh well, you know, I have to
No.
I have to give Mary Carrillo flowers for doing a good thing. I don't know if you saw this, Clinton, but like on media day before the main draw got started, the moderators of the U.S. Open press conferences they allowed one person to ask John Center about the whole testing positive thing, and as soon as he answered it with that one question, whoever they chose to be the person to bring that question to the forefront, the moderator was like, all right, that's the last question about this topic. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. And Mary Carrillo was like, no, you can't do that. You can't. You literally could hear her as soon as the moderator was like, no, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. And she had a point. She was like, what's the whole damn purpose of giving us a whole day to sit in front of these athletes and call it media day when they have an actual thing going on in the media that they should be answering questions about and kind of telling their story about? She was absolutely spot on. Like, what do you mean no more questions about that subject?
Yeah, she's also just messy. So
yes. Well, yes. But she did stand up for journalistic integrity. Like, no, we're not going to sit this man on a prop and have him answer questions from the media, but only answer that one small, not even in like probing question about drugs. Like,
yeah.
Speak a little louder so I can hear you ask about my drugs.
No, I never tested positive. You might want to fact check that.
No. Coco's up 2-love, by the way. I know you guys see it on the score here, but I'm just seeing it on the stream, and she does look a lot more calm. It's amazing winning a first second, isn't it?
No.
Oh wait. Okay, I love Tennis Girl or Island Tennis Ace on tennis Twitter. I've just followed her because she does nice screen grabs from like matches at the time that are happening. It's off, but she says Victoria Azarenka in clear distress, looking like a migraine. Blood pressure was taken, but it didn't seem to be working. I use the same machine. I don't know why they don't have a manual one. Come on. I mean,
not check her blood pressure.
Tennis is stuck in the Stone Ages. And literally check her blood pressure.
That was a much better
Speaking
overhead.
of drugs, what is Halep doing now? The better question is, do we care?
Exactly.
I don't see too much conversation about, I miss Halep. I miss that style of play. Like, bring her back to my television immediately. I don't see that. I might be biased based off what my tennis surroundings look like, but I don't see that. And the stuff that was in her system was probably more than Sinner and Sharapova combined. But again, what do I know? I know nothing. I know nothing. $15, $13.
Oof. Musetti and Kecmanovic are.
You're in the fifth set officially?
Yeah, but Musetti's up a break.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Derek, Cahill was with Sinner and Simona Halep, but Mouratoglou was Simona Halep's coach when she got entangled into the positive drug test. So
not entangled.
Entangled. Come on, Coco. Wrap this up. Get a double break for me, please. Thank you. Azarenka has a break point to go up 4-3 in her second set. Monfils, Kasparov can't just do anything with Kuth, can he? He dropped the third set 2-6 to get against Gael Monfils, and one of my favorites to watch slowly but surely. Still not 100% sure of where she falls on the spectrum of MAGA and not MAGA, but Peyton Stearns is up a set and on serve in the second against Daria Kasatkina. The tennis from Peyton Stearns is what I like. I'm not sure what her affiliation is,
Well, let's
and
see
where
where
she
she's
would.
from.
Ohio, I think.
Oh, is she from Defiance, Ohio? Oh no, she's from
At least I
Cincinnati.
think that's not Ohio.
No, no. I was confirming the city in Ohio.
Oh, okay. And she played for University of Texas at Austin. So
Oh, okay. Horns up.
hook 'em. Mm-hmm. Wait, is this right? No, is it this? It's this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 3 love, Coco. Come on, finish this out. Cook with some grease. Make it quick. Fry it up.
Speaking of fried, I haven't had a good beignet
Ooh.
in 5 years.
Yeah, Derek, Austin is pretty liberal. They say keep Austin weird. Scary T, I'm gonna post your comment, but I'm not gonna answer your comment because I think we've talked about that ad nauseum.
Great question though.
Uh-huh. I mean, I don't think he's I still have to say I'd be so shocked if he came out in support of Donald Trump. I'd be shocked by that. I really would be. It would seem like a deviation from a lot of stuff that it would seem like a deviation from his aura. Maybe not what he's done, because what he's done and what he's aligned with on social media is a little bit more red and Republican and right wing. But then there's the aura of Ben Shelton that doesn't really seem like he aligns himself with it. I don't know. I would be shocked.
Not everyone's personality aligns with their political views.
This is true.
I just think there have been too many close calls, so to speak.
And when there's fire or when there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
I'd be disappointed if I was able to if I could plant a little small camera on the back of his on shirt and see what he was doing inside the voting booth in November. And if it was red, I'd be like, bruh, what are you doing? What are you doing, sir? Oh, Be Quacky. I didn't see you in the chat. Be Quacky and Clinton are both Aquariuses. Aquarii.
Aquarii. Equipmeni. I don't know. Is that hanging? Oh no, it's still on.
You had an Aquarius? You had Aquarius artwork or something?
No, I have the Equipmeni album by Outkast.
Oh, okay. Which one of them are Aquarius? Which one?
I think Big Boy.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
Oh, Aquemini, Aquarius, and Gemini. So one of them has to be Gemini. And okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because Andre 3000 is May 27th.
Gotcha.
So Big Boy.
They were ahead of their time. Come on, payroll typing. I know that's right.
Oh. Yep, Big Boy is February 1st. Oh, wow. He's 3 days after me.
Come on, Coco. I literally was here a year ago being stressed out by Coco Gauff matches. What is... Oh, another double? Zetas Lapidus.
It's okay. Get them all out now. Because come second week, I don't want to see shit.
If we get there, if Svitolina's across the net, she's going to make us pay for these double faults. I think. What's going on with it, though? I don't know. When I look back at her, first on the scene, 2019 matches and see that service motion, it's a little bit more elongated and there's difference between where it is now and what it is now is a little bit more Andy Roddick-ish, but she just falls on it. I don't know, man.
Yeah. But
Is
then
this how I
again,
felt
back when
watching
she was,
Venus?
that's how I felt. Every time she hit a second serve, I had to hold my breath.
But like, you weren't watching Venus when she was 20 years old? Like, I wonder if
Oh no.
Venus at 20 years old felt like Coco at 20 years old. Like, girl, you got everything you need. Just put it together and like shore up that second serve. It doesn't necessarily have to be the world's best second serve, but it needs to be able to get inside the box reliably, especially when you have explosive legs like Coco and can defend the very next shot. So like, just get it in.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I don't think there was ever a point when I was watching tennis that Venus's second serve seemed improved.
Yeah, like a sturdy weapon, like, or something that wasn't a liability. Because when she played poorly, it was largely in part because of that second serve, which is what Coco Gauff's game is around at the moment. And similarly enough, the forehand. Derek, respectfully, we do not need one more tennis season of Venus. We've been saying this for several seasons now. I think Venus has had a magnificent career, and we should leave it at that. Yep.
Ooh, look at that Grim Reaper
What?
in the
2000?
audience.
Oh.
He's a very old man.
Was it Brad Gilbert?
No.
Oh. Oh, I didn't do a shout out, but shout out to all 350 of you watching at the moment. I appreciate it.
Yes, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. As you can see, I am a fan of Tuned Into Tennis. So
Clinton
can you.
got it. Clinton got it. And it's free, Clinton. Is it affecting your bills?
Not at all.
See?
What are the kids saying? My bills are not affected.
Come on, Coco. Give me 4 love. Give me 4 love. That's a good serve into the body. Tatjana Maria wasn't expecting that. Oh, that ball looked
I think
out.
she needs to use that way more often.
And that was out. We're up 4 love. All right.
Yeah. The body serve is so underappreciated in tennis.
Clinton, can you see the comments?
I cannot.
You can't see any of the comments?
No, I'm on StreamYard. Oh, wait. Maybe if I go to the comments tab. Is Clinton single? No.
Okay, I wanted you to answer that. I didn't want to get involved.
No.
I thought Karan was joining us. He said he doesn't look like Felix Auger-Aliassime's haircut anymore. I wonder where he is. Oh, somebody said Ben about to send Francis packing again. Francis loses focus too much for a big server and athlete like Ben. Well. What we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna watch that match though. Somebody in my mentions in reference to Coco said she is no longer a top 20 talent. Zero weapons and glaring weaknesses with her forehand and serve. Coaches have ruined her. Okay. Wait, Clinton, you know you're on mute, right? I saw your mouth moving, but I didn't hear anything. Be Quacky, how do you remember what kind of spin Venus had on her serve at the 2006 Australian Open? How do you remember that? And how come that spin didn't get her a win over Svetlana Perankova? Help us out.
Yikes. QTNA.
Some more break points for Coco to really, get off the court. Yeah, she's up 5 love. All right now. Don't pull a Sloane Stevens, knock on wood.
Well, yeah, she and and Iga are like neck and neck for the most bagels this year.
Mm.
Only one of those resulted in a slam, but
Derek X, why the hell is Rybakina only on court 17 tomorrow? Rybakina has allergy issues. I don't know if y'all realize that, but if you go the US Open, I'm not even joking. Either it's allergy issues or something far worse, because if you go to her US Open press conference after her first round win, first of all, nobody was there except one reporter. Literally, it's one reporter asking one question, and it's like a 2-minute upload to YouTube. Maybe that's the English version before they went to Russian or Kazakhstanian. I'm not sure. But you can see all along her face these red like whelps. It doesn't look like somebody. It doesn't look like somebody's hurt her. I hope that's not the case. But you can clearly see that she's reacting to something. So I would not be. I would not be surprised if she is not in the tournament for too much longer, because because that's the indication that it's something that is sustained going on, because she's been having this issue for a while now. Like going back to last year's French Open when she pulled out because of an illness, she's pulled out a bunch of tournaments or retired matches because of just not feeling well or taking tournaments off of her schedule. It's just something's going on. Maybe what is it that doctors do, that like they take something and poke you in the arm a whole bunch of times? Is that an allergy test?
It's an allergy test, yeah.
She needs one of those.
But I think hers is more autoimmune related. I think based on the symptoms, it looks either like lupus or Hashimoto's syndrome.
Oh no, I hope it's not lupus.
But yeah, like FAA and Sirius is saying, it seems autoimmune related.
Okay, can we for a second, maybe this is not the greatest timing, but forgive me, but can we separate something that is I don't wish upon her, which is an autoimmune disease? I'm not teasing her for that, because nobody wants that affliction. But Derek said he is a huge Rybakina fan. I will give you merit to the fact that like her game and stroke production is very smooth. But what else? There's nothing that leaves me wanting to watch her. I actually might want to watch Emma Navarro more, honestly, and that is saying something.
That is saying something.
Like,
and Miles, I don't think you should say it again.
No? Okay, cool.
I mean, people like who they like. I feel like
yeah, that's true.
Davenport was similar. Like she clearly had a good game, Grand Slam winning game, but personality wise, well, no, Lindsay would show up a bit more. It would be discussed on the court, but it still wasn't.
It wasn't like Lindsay Davenport wouldn't be the complete opposite of Rybakina. That's not what that would be. But she would be like a tier or two above. I can't think of anyone else that does so little in terms of interacting with the public like Rybakina does. Like even in that 2-minute interview or in the press conference afterwards, she just looked like she couldn't be bothered with answering a single question. I don't know. And and not like in a shy way, but more like in a "can we please get this over with? I don't want to talk to you guys" kind of way. I don't know. It's part of your job, and it doesn't seem like she's. Maybe if she was able to articulate stuff better, I'd have a source of empathy to go with. But it's just.
I think that might be her crutch, because she's talked about how she doesn't like English, or she's not very good at it. At speaking, she's not good at Englishing. So
I mean, English is a weird language.
Very.
Coco closes this out, by the way.
Oh, Azarenka.
She retired?
No, she won. Pulled it out.
Okay, with a migraine and a hip replacement, all that kind of stuff.
And yeah. Hey, Slow-Mo. On her way.
Steven said, "Isn't 17 the fourth biggest court after Ashe, Armstrong, and Grandstrang?" It is. So 17 does have like a sunken in ambiance kind of. So it's not a bad place to play. It's just I would say that Rybakina is like fourth tier marketing, like entertainment value. She's on the fourth tier. I don't know. I call a thing. Like the serve and ground strokes when they're clicking, smooth as butter and powerful as I don't know what. Like it's just easy power, but I want a little bit more of that in the athletes I want to watch and turn my television on for. But that's just me. Everybody can't think that way.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, I don't typically click on her matches when they're on either, but I also don't. I just don't care enough.
And it's still honest. This is a good match. This is a good point here on Coco's second match point, and she wins it with a backhand cross court. I know that's right. Great way to end that match after very, very tricky conditions in that first set and a tricky opponent. She doesn't lose a game. I know that's right. And her kid is cute. We still got to work out those serves, though, Mama. I'd like to forget what I saw tonight, but I shan't. Them serves looked awful. But she still only lost 4 games in a match where she had like 8 double faults. Dementieva would be proud.
Ha.
Hey, Will. Hip replacement. Yeah, Derek, be lucky you never had a bad migraine. And if you have had one, I'm not sponsored to say this, but I've heard that Ubrelvy is a great option. That's what I've heard.
What's the tagline that she opens the commercial with?
I forgot what it is.
Oh, I used to hate hearing that commercial.
It was consistent too. It was always on.
Always. Oh God. Oh brother.
Okay.
The encore interview.
Let's keep it. Wait, who is it? Nick Kyrgios?
It is.
Oh brother.
And he's wearing another Kobe sweatshirt.
After this encore interview, I want us to discuss Osaka's match tomorrow before we get out of here.
Ooh, let's do it.
Oh, Derek, you get the take once daily Jardiance, and each day starts. I'm lowering my A1C. I know that's right. That's a bop. What is he going to ask her? Let me see. Let me make this a little louder. Wait, Will, do you have 2 different YouTube channels? Or did you just change your profile picture? I don't know what it feels like to win a Grand Slam. You do. Wait, did Coco say she's 21? She's not 21, is she? She's 20, right?
I couldn't tell you.
That lady's 20. Remember she was in Indian Wells doing...
Gauff.
She was in... Who?
No, she's 20.
She was in Indian Wells doing like the 2-0 dance. I think she's 20. Brad Gilbert is so over that girl. And I think she's over him too. Oh, at least it's fun for you, Coco. Not always fun to watch.
Whoa, even her grip for writing is extreme.
Wait, are you seeing the pen, like, or her writing on the camera?
Well, no, she was signing tennis balls.
Oh, okay. Damn, my stream is behind.
I mean, it's a little tricky still, but ugh.
Yeah.
She had like 3 fingers wrapped around like
this. And this color, by the way, I know you mentioned it. This color is more closer to what Venus had when she played Coco in Australia back in 2020.
Yeah.
This is more blue and yellow.
Oh.
Hey, Coco's into the 3rd round. That's something tough to do. That's not something everybody has to their resume.
Not everybody has that.
It's tough to do. I really love my my YouTube thumbnail for this match. I really love it. I'm going to keep using that little template for different primetime matches. I did that.
Oh yeah, is that it? That's a new design, right? Or a new layout that you're using?
Let me see. Hold on. I can show it. It's uploading. I might take us off of the whatchamacallit. No, not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Go away. That's what it is. Can I go back to the bottom? Why does it not let me go to the bottom? Oh, StreamYard. See this Lapidus. But yeah, you guys get the gist. Oh, what if I made the overlay? Hold on. No, because I want you guys to see it and give me your feedback. There we go. Hey. Isn't that lit? I think it's kind of lit.
Yes.
Is Will still up in here? Will, give me your feedback. I know you be critiquing my graphics.
Oh, is Will a graphic designer?
Mm-hmm. Or he's in the technology industry. I know that's right.
No, it does look good.
I think so.
The cutouts are very clean.
Thank you. One more time. Hey.
Speaking of thumbnails, when are we getting an in the arena thumbnail? The people want to know.
We're working on it.
No, I gotta hold you accountable.
You do. I appreciate you holding me accountable. I think I'm 2 episodes behind. I don't think I've watched anything since the Indian Wells episode. Was that 6?
Yes.
That was 6, wasn't it? I think we should do we may do 2 more episodes. We might do episodes 5 and 6 and then 7 and 8. But I think we may pause them until after the US Open, honestly. Just because the US Open is something to do every single day.
Yes, very true.
You know?
And it'll be a nice way to cap her 25th anniversary.
Yeah. I think I'll do that. So if you guys haven't seen any of my comments, my commentary.
Will has a suggestion for your thumbnail. Sounds very technical.
Increase the density of the drop shadow for the text and it's perfect. Is that something I can do on Canva? And for which part of the text, Will? Let me pull it up again. Hold on. For prime time at the US Open or second round? Let's see what he says.
All of it.
All of it. I know that's right. Thank you, Will. I appreciate it. I'll work on that. Because if ESPN won't hire me for my on-camera talent, at least they'll try to hire me for my graphics. I don't know.
They need to at least maybe start you off on US Open Radio, because I accidentally clicked on that and oh my God.
What was wrong with it?
I thought the commentators were old as hell. The radio. Oh my God.
They need to do something. By the way, I mean, tennis is doing something. They gave the US Open gave credentials to Blackspin Global. Shout out to Blackspin Global. And
I saw, yeah.
Lucy from Blackspin Global just posted that the ATP Tour followed them on Instagram. So, our people are moving on up. I like to hear it. And like to see it.
To the east side.
I know that's right. Okay. Let's go into a little bit of conversations for some matches tomorrow. Actually, we might be able to see the schedule for Order of Play tomorrow on prime time. And I think I think I know how it's going to go. Hold on, let's see. 1 second. Let me use this as my backdrop really quickly. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Osaka versus Muhova. Let's look at where they put that on the schedule. Pull it up really quickly on the order of play. That is prime time
opening
tomorrow.
up the night session. Yep.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York, under the lights. Karolina Muchova versus two-time U.S. Open champ Naomi Osaka. How do you feel that going, Clinton?
I think this one will be more challenging for her than it was against Ostapenko. Just because Muchova plays with a bit more. Actually, sorry, let me correct that. I don't want to sound like Chris Evert. Muchova sounds more. I mean, she has more variety in her game, which can certainly trouble Naomi. In particularly like slicing and coming into the net. Those have been traits or game styles that have troubled Naomi in the past. But the US Open court is playing pretty fast, which is like to Naomi's liking. She's won this tournament twice. So I see Naomi possibly, I can see her taking it, but I don't think it will be as easy as it was in the first set. Maybe 3 sets or 2 tight sets where it's like 7-5, 6-4, or the inverse of that.
They have an interesting head-to-head, but I would venture to say it's kind of irrelevant because they're both different players. They played for the first time on tour back in 2020, ironically in New York, but the tournament was in
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati
or
was
Western and Southern.
Yeah, Western and Southern. It was in the bubble, and Osaka won that after dropping the first set 6-7, 6-4, 6-2, and then they played again in Madrid, which is where Muchova you would say is definitely the favorite, but that still went 3 sets. Muchova beat Osaka 6-4, 3-6, 6-1. They haven't played a completed match since then. They were set to play in Miami of 2022, but Muchova gave Osaka a walkover, so they didn't take the court. I'm interested how that matchup dynamic plays. I may go back and try to find some clips on YouTube of those 2 matches because I can totally see all day, every day how Muchova's game could get under Osaka's skin, but there's something to be said that Muchova isn't at like full pelt, like she hasn't really been playing with the same kind of swagger that saw her get to the French Open last year, or the French Open final last year, and the US Open semi. So she's defending quite a bit of points here. But if Osaka is attacking the ball and having a good service day and like limiting unforced errors like she was against Ostapenko, she's also going to make herself very tough to beat. She made a very interesting comment in her press conference after her first round win. I think she was talking to the Japanese press, and she was trying to describe herself as not an aggressive player, but then she stopped and she was like, well, no, I am an aggressive player. I just try not to stand on the baseline and just smack everything for a winner, which was basically, I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but that was kind of her words. If she keeps that mindset and doesn't try to just outright blast Muchova off the court and is able to balance, unforced errors that, they're going to come, but if she can limit them, I like her chances, especially if she knows that she has to go out on court and wear a different dress. This is going to be a nighttime match. And she did say that was kind of an incentive to play. Yeah, a motivating factor. She was like, I can't lose because I want to show everybody the other color of my dress. So apparently there's a second show-stopping dress, and hopefully better tennis to come from Miss Naomi Osaka, because that first round match she was sharp. She really was sharp.
Yeah, it's just the black thing we saw in the New York Times.
I didn't really pay too much attention to that. Okay, well, I'll have my eye on it.
But yeah, I'm just glad to see Naomi back. I'm glad to see that she's excited about the game again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you touched on a really good part of her game that I feel like had improved during her Grand Slam tenure, which was the fact that she was building points really well. Because I think around the time that she won Indian Wells, she was more likely to go for broke pretty early and pull the trigger in shots. But when she started working with Sasha, not only did her movement get better, but she was also able to build points
Mm-hmm.
more efficiently. And so she waited for her opportunities, and she also created opportunities for her to be able to hit finishing shots more easily. And we saw that all up and through the 2021 US Open, 2021 Australian Open,
Mm.
which is her last slam. And we haven't really been seeing that executed the best so far in her comeback, but at least she's getting back to that mindset.
If you were in the mind frame of like, what does Mukova have to do to win this match? What would you think she'd have to do best or do well?
I would still move Osaka side to side. I would try to chip and charge, honestly, because Naomi hits hard, but she still has to be able to move well in order to hit passing shots. And I think Mukova, hits it's hard because I see Chris Everett's face on her face as well. And so it just reminds me of how Chris Everett says her name.
How does Chris Everett say her name?
She says Muhova. Like she doesn't pronounce the C at all.
I think there's a lane in the world where that's how you say it. I'm not sure. I've heard Mukova, Muhova. I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I try to align myself with however Pam Shriver says it because she at least tries. Chris Everett does not. But yeah, I think Carolina needs to just she needs to try to come into the net as much as she can and try to force the issue with Naomi. She needs to make her uncomfortable.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many women really attack the net and make Osaka have to come up with passing shots. Caroline Garcia tried to do that in two of their matches earlier in the season, and Osaka didn't come out victorious in one of those. So
yeah, surprisingly, Shea Sue would bring Naomi into the net and then hit a passing shot of some sort.
But I don't know if everybody has that, and I think you have to be of a certain confidence level on the court, which I know Mukova made the 250 final in Palermo right before the Olympics, but that's been the best part of her season so far. Besides then, it's been a little touch and go coming back from injury, which I guess is to be expected, but I'm not sure if we're going to get an absolute like thriller or corker of a match, but I am interested to see if they can both play somewhere close to their best at the same time, because I do think that would be fun, especially under the lights in New York for sure.
Agreed.
Who else is on the order of play for tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow's schedule is supposed to be better, allegedly. I remember people were saying that in the chat earlier.
Yeah. Opening up Ashe is Sinner versus Mickelson. Not saying that Sinner is on upset alert, but Mickelson, could take a set. I'll say that, possibly, if he gets tight. Iga Swiatek, who looked scratchy in her opening round, takes on mostly double specialist Ina Shibahara. So good luck to Ina.
Oh,
right. Let me put our faces up here. And then to close out the night session after Osaka and Mukova is Alcaraz versus Botic van der Zandschulp. On Armstrong, it's Thomas
Shapovalov.
Who took out Shapovalov, yeah. Right. Nigel was like, Shapovalov talked all that mess and couldn't even win 3 sets.
Literally.
On Armstrong, it's opened up with Sebastian Korda versus Thomas Mahatch, also known as mixed doubles gold medalist, with his probably girlfriend, Tanyakova. After that is Karolina Pliskova versus Jasmine Paolini. Then the night session on Armstrong. Wait, no, I take that back. Sorry. It's followed directly with Sophia Kenin and Jessica Pegula. Then the night session on Armstrong is led by Daniil Medvedev, who takes on Fabian Marajan, and Caroline Wozniacki taking on Renata Zarazura, who is into the second round for the U.S. Open for the first time, and the second time that she's into the second round of a slam altogether. So that's big representation for the country of Mexico if you are a Renata Zarazura fan. This is the schedule that everybody said was supposed to be better.
I was still waiting to be impressed.
Grandstand is Putin-Seva versus Wang Jinyu, right-handed Wang, then followed by Mira Andreeva and Ashlyn Kruger, then followed by Alex de Minaur versus Otto Virtanen of I think that's, where is Emil Rusevori from? Finland, yeah, Finland.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last match on Grandstand is Tommy Paul versus Max Purcell. Honestly, I don't think I'd have to go to Grandstand at all tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think I'd have to. I may peek in for Andreeva versus Kruger, but besides that, I wouldn't have to go to Grandstand. And then on Court 17, which is the fourth biggest show court, if I can find it. Come on. Okay, that one opens up with Jordan Thompson and Hubie Hurkacz, then followed by Beatrice Haddad Maya and Sarah Ceribes Tormo. They're going to be out there for 17 and a half hours. Lord have mercy. They have actually quite an extensive head-to-head. They played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and all but 3 have gone the distance. So yeah, they're going to be out there for a while. And after that, this is interesting, especially if you are a fan of our brethren who have a, how do I say this, Clinton? Multiracial? Biracial? Our biracial kings. Arthur Ashe versus Gabriel Diallo. That's on 17.
That is the match I'll be watching. What time?
Yeah.
Or when are they scheduled?
That's after Haddad Maya and Sarah Ceribes Tormo, so you can take a nap.
Okay.
And then following Court 17, last on is Elena Rybakina versus Jessica Panchet maybe of France. So yeah, this is this. I mean, besides Osaka and Alcaraz, maybe a little Iga in center. This side of the drawing.
Who's Alcaraz playing?
Botic van de Sandsloop.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think I'm only watching really, or I'm going to make an effort to watch Naomi and Arthur and Gabriel, the biracial girlies.
Yeah, I'll be right back here tomorrow watching Osaka and Mukova, and I'm gonna put an alarm on for when Arthur Ashe steps on the court. But besides that, I mean, if Iga was playing almost anybody else, I'd be interested to see what her level looks like, because she did not look good in that first round. But Shibahara is going to be overmatched probably from every part of the court, so that's not going to be a good indicator, I think, of where Iga Swiatek's level is, really. I don't think so.
Amanda's saying she called Haddad Maya an SST. I mean, it's only been 2 rounds. It's not that hard.
They only had to win 1 match to get there. But yeah, shout out to you and your you know what, you should be an extra on That's So Raven. Oh, but Teo Berrettini and Taylor Fritz have just opened up their match. Berrettini has a game point to go and level at 1-all. Musetti is serving for the match in 5th set on court 5 right now. Peyton Stearns and Kasakina are in a 2nd set tiebreak after Stearns won the 1st set. And Casper Ruud and Gael Monfils are on serve in the 4th. So that's where it stands now for matches currently in action on the U.S. Open grounds. So does anybody have any questions in the chat? Shout out to all 423 of you watching on X Twitter and YouTube. I appreciate it. If you take a look at that ticker down behind me, make sure you are hitting the like button, clicking the notification bell, and subscribing to Tuned Into Tennis. It is free. I promise you it won't cost anything in your lovely pockets. We just clicked over that 500 subscriber mark. I'd like to see us get 500 more, just for shits and giggles, just for fun. Anybody have any questions or want to see me and Clinton talk about anything before we head out of here and I go take out the trash?
Hopefully Tajiri does that tonight.
I mean, he had all the opportunities. Sorry. He had all the opportunities last year when he took Novak to 5 and still didn't win. So, oh, I see what you mean now. Check out the trash. Got it. Clinton, I don't know where this feeling has come from. But sometimes it ebbs and flows, but I think this is the strongest I've ever felt it, and it may be due to Scary T just getting on my last nerve until I just can't
not
anymore.
you let her get to you, because I heard you talking about this.
Yeah, I'm not saying I want to be a Novak stan. I'm not saying I want to be a Novak stan, but what I am saying is that I can find it in my heart to ignore him and his things that he does to annoy me, like always say that, oh, this hurts, that hurts, and then go on to lift the trophy. Yeah, I think I'm just going to find a happy medium with Novak Djokovic. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Honestly, you're probably just exhausted.
I think that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm exhausted and over him. Like, if he wins the U.S. Open, I have a tweet ready for it already. And yeah, I'm just not gonna.
Let me catch that. I don't want that to be in the atmosphere any longer than it needs to be.
But I mean, what if he wins it and decides I've done all I can do or accomplished everything there is to accomplish? Nobody's gonna.
Well, he did.
Yeah,
he's got the gold.
He hasn't gotten the overall all-time most Grand Slams because Miss Margaret Court.
Let's fuck that record. Nobody gives a shit about Margaret Gobbleneck Court.
Derek, this is a very interesting question because are we gonna miss Novak when he's gone?
I won't.
Honestly, I said this on a Twitter Spaces maybe last night or night before that. It really is interesting, maybe not the parallels of their career, but Ivan Lendl was mostly known as the champion that nobody cared about. Was he like in the conversation with, I think his era was maybe Jimmy Connors and John McEnroe and Stefan Edberg and maybe some Mats Wielander, Boris Becker. Like, he played in that late 70s, 80s range. But he's not like those names I just riddled off. He's usually not in the list of names that people can say that, oh, I remember where I was when I watched that tennis match, or that point, or that series of wins really sticks out in my mind. And I fear that that's kind of how Novak Djokovic is going to be remembered. Like, when you read his resume, you're going to be like, I mean, it's hard not to just completely be flabbergasted by all he has accomplished on a tennis court, right? When you watch the YouTube compilations of how many Masters titles he's won and how many Grand Slams he's won, it literally is impressive. But unfortunately, impressive achievements do not correlate to heartstrings being pulled and significant memories being associated with those achievements. I think you know what I'm trying to say, right, Clinton?
Absolutely. Derek asks, don't you miss Federer? I mean, I miss Federer.
Well, yeah, but
that's because no one has ever played like him before. He has left such a huge stamp on tennis that I don't think Novak has, other than the fact that he just is he's the winningest, as they say.
Yeah, when people start describing Federer and like what they were gravitated to, it wasn't just his trophy cabinet. Like, his trophy cabinet and what he accomplished and how many majors he won obviously helped in the conversation, because if he didn't have that, he would just be another Joe Schmo on the ATP tour. So you really have to have the accomplishments for people to have a intense emotional attachment to you as an athlete. But they don't go, oh, I love Roger Federer because he won 5 US Opens in a row. Yes, he won 5 US Opens in a row, but I'm sure if I were to ask people, I know if I were to ask people, they can remember what he did and how he won those 5 US Opens in a row, who he beat, what he, like the epic shots he hit. Djokovic won like what, 4 Wimbledons in a row, and I cannot tell you what stood out besides the fact that he just held the trophy. Like, yes, he played good tennis because you have to play good tennis to be a champion at that level, but it's not mind-blowing, stick with me, let's bring it up at the water cooler at work type of tennis. This is my opinions, and if you're watching this back, please don't like try to find my work email and get me fired because I don't like Novak Djokovic the way you do. But because, you know, people are crazy like that. People are crazy. But
oh, really?
Yes. Have you seen Twitter or X? Excuse me.
Well, yeah.
I mean, but okay. Derek brings a good point. The epic Djokovic versus Federer comes to mind at Wimbledon. I'm assuming you mean 2019. But
that's mostly because of Federer for me.
For most people, it's epic because Federer had the match points and didn't close, and Djokovic ended up being the winner. And that match is looked at, I mean, with the benefit of hindsight, is looked at as like the one that got away for Federer, and probably the one that egged on like the second turbo boost, if you will, of Djokovic's career, because he finagled out of that match when he shouldn't have, you know. And at that point, he didn't have to face Roger in a Grand Slam final again. He faced Rafa in one more Grand Slam final at the 2020 French Open and got completely blitzed. Everybody else he faced was like nowhere on the same tier. So of course he was going to win, you know? So except that one time against Medvedev, that was just too much pressure on his back, I guess. But, and also speaking of pressure, you know how Serena has a whole entire series in the arena? Roger's not American, but I can bet if he and his people in ESPN wanted to combine and make a in the arena Roger Federer series, it would be received well in the States and globally, really. I am not convinced that if Djokovic even pitched a like 8-part, 10-part docuseries that was on ESPN, that it would really get that much traction or engagement. I'm not saying that nobody would watch. I just don't think it would be a talking point the same way it is for Serena and even Roger Federer's Amazon Prime documentary. Like, there was emotional attachment to those players, and yeah, Novak doesn't really have that in spades. What can we do? Sorry. But I mean, at least I think the people that come into tune into tennis know that about me and know that about tennis. So I don't really have to go much deeper than I just did. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah. And sometimes I think it gets lost that we don't think Novak is great because we don't really support him. We know he's great. He's arguably the most accomplished tennis player. Or even on paper, he is the most accomplished tennis player, male tennis player, I'll say. So, like, there's no denying any of that. It's just, I can't get behind him. There's just something about him that I know that I can actually put my finger on that I just do not like.
There's audible things he's done in his career that have pushed people away, and he doesn't have the kind of effervescence in aura or style of play that makes me run to my television. Because as it stands right now, he's playing on the court. He literally is the most decorated male tennis player on the court, and he's playing in Arthur Ashe Stadium. And when I turn the stream off, I'm going to go to Berrettini and Fritz, who neither have Slam titles. So that in itself tells me, like, and I would venture to say if I went to the grounds of the Open, I would bet there's a better atmosphere in that match than the match with Djokovic and Laszlo Jerry.
Yeah. Well, and there's an American playing.
Fair, but if it was Roger Federer playing Laszlo Jerry or Rafa Nadal playing Laszlo Jerry,
Yeah.
would it be that much of a difference? Would it feel like that much of a difference?
You got me.
All right, guys. I think we've come to a good stopping point here, and we can go ahead and wrap this stream up. Again, for the, I don't know how many times I've plugged this. If you are new to seeing my face, I am Miles David. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and click the notification bell so you know when I go live and upload tennis content to the Tuned Into Tennis YouTube channel. Check me out on your favorite podcast platform. Also Tuned Into Tennis. Follow me on socials. Tuned Into Tennis, you guessed it. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow night as we talk through Osaka versus Mukova prime time at the US Open. So thanks, Clinton, for hopping on. I will talk to you all later. You're always a good chat, and take care until next time, guys. And keep watching tennis because it's fun, right? Take care.